pain, 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
What's up, guys? JC Limitless here. How you guys doing? Welcome to JC Limitless TV, man. Today is an amazing day. Every day is an amazing day. Let me fix this for you guys. So, welcome to the show, the JC Limitless TV show. We talk about mindset, success, and motivation, man. Recent polls on LinkedIn says that 42% of people lack motivation and the mindset, the gear drive to get things moving, man. And that's what we're here to fulfill. Today, I got something that's kind of dear to me, man, that we're going to talk about a little bit. And it's probably going to be to a lot of you guys if you have kids. And even if you have like nieces and nephews, man, this is super important. And what I want to talk about, man, what's up, Craig? Good to see you, man. Michelle, what's up? So, kids and even adults can only choose from options which are presented to them. I mean, think about it. If you don't know an option exists, how can you choose it? And that reflects and shows out here in the world, man. You're seeing it on the news. You're seeing it everywhere. I'm not going to go into all that right now, but, you know, it's just, man, I can't stress it enough. You know what I mean? We have children that are exposed to all types of things, man, growing up. I think that, you know, as all of us are growing up, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, man, like, we grow up and we are just pretty much existing, you know what I mean? Like, there's not, I mean, at least not in my experience, there's not like a real lot of intent towards kids. You know, for me and my son, I give as much intent in his life and purpose in his life and set him up as much as I can. A lot of parents do too, though, you know what I mean? I'm not putting anybody down or saying anybody's doing anything wrong, but I'm saying in general, in society, I feel that a lot of things are overlooked. You know, I've seen both sides of it. I've seen where there's a lot of intent and there's a lot of care and there's a lot of purpose and a lot of guidance for kids. But I've also seen kids growing up in places, man, where it wasn't like that, man. Like they were just in the house, you know, like go play with your tablets or go play with your toys or go to your room or keep yourself busy. You know, and I think that's a big role. That's a big part of what the problem is out here. You know what I mean? I think that we need to relook at everything as far as like what we are presenting to kids, what we are presenting to other adults. Think about it, guys. Now this is where it gets tricky because I'm speaking about kids. So immediately you're thinking of little kids, which you should be, because that's what we're talking about. But you're thinking of the generation existing now. What about the previous generations? My generation, when we were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. You know, what was presented to us? Because we can only choose from the options that were presented to us as well, which in turn gives us our results and who we are today. And from the looks of it, you know, I mean, some people were lucky enough, man, to have good parents around and have those good things instilled in them, and some haven't. So there's adults that are my age that are unaware of like what is going on in their household or how their child actually feels. And I know this sounds like super cliche and like weird or whatever, man, but please hear me out, man. Like, think about it on a personal level, man, not as like, you know, JC over here talking to you, man. I mean, you know, kids, they're everything, man. You know what I mean? Like, when you tell them, you know, I can't speak for everybody, man, but I'm going to speak on the things that I've seen in my experience, and that's what I can do because I come from a life of adversity. I come from a dysfunctional home. My life wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm working on myself every day, man. You know what I mean? But to be aware of, like, the things that you see and the things that happen to the kids, man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, look at it. I mean, think about this. As an adult, if somebody told you to shut up or if somebody told you to get away from me, it would hurt your feelings, even as an adult. And think about it from a 3, 5, 6, 8 year old, 10-year old perspective if you told them to shut up or told them to get away from you or go play with your toys. How does that actually make them feel? I mean, in the moment, the kids are so resilient, and it's used as an excuse, I think, in my eyes, that when people say that, they're like, oh, they're resilient, they'll bounce back. They shouldn't have to bounce back. They shouldn't have to be resilient, man. They should be presented with freaking greatness every day, and it's up to us to provide that. Their experience now as a child and growing up as an adult, my age or even older, their entire life, their experience it rests all on the parents' shoulders, man, the entire time. Whether they want to accept that or whether they even know that that's what's going on because of the awareness is so low. And it just sucks, man, to see that, people, they tend to go that way, man. They tend to not care. You know what I mean? I came from a real rough background. So, like, I'm using just, like, kind of, like, really cool terms right now to relate to, like, what I'm trying to talk about, man. So I'm talking, like, I really need to push this out to everybody, man. The kids are everything. People are everything. There's adults right now that grew up the same way, that had that type of hatred or had that type of nonsense in their environment. And so they don't even know any better today. Today, right now, they're a grown adult, and it's not their fault. They just don't know any better. And because they weren't given the right tools and they weren't given the right information or how to use them, they suffer, and so do their kids, man. You know what I mean? And I think it's amazing for someone to wake up and see how this actually comes together because for me, I love to give my son the best experiences he could possibly experience. I want him to see the world. I want him to meet a lot of people. I want him to understand what life is really about, that it's beautiful, that it's not this concrete jungle that we are all taught that it is growing up. Yes, there's negativity, and yeah, there's a lot of evil out there in the world, but there's a lot of beauty out there too. We're conditioned to look and believe and watch and pay attention to all of the negativity and to stay away from it. Our focus is on being scared instead of being happy and enjoying things. And it's a direct reflection of what our life is today. What is your experience in your life today? What are you experiencing right now? How do you feel? And it's just so important, man. Like we really gotta step our game up on what we introduce to our kids. We gotta step our game up on everything, man. Like everything that you introduce to them, man. That's what they take in. Guys, think about it, man. Like parents, teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, family, moms, dads, like they take anything from these people because they feel safe to them, and they'll take it in and take it to heart. And if people are unaware and they don't have the consciousness to see what is happening in our lives at this present moment or how it really affects somebody, the kids are the ones that are going to pay the price as they grow up because they don't know any better either. And we have to be aware. We have to present these things. We have to show them what it's all about, man. Guys, go Google like exotic island, or go Google like exotic waters or exotic mountains. Like that's what's beauty, man. That's what's so beautiful. That's what life is about. It's about experiencing these things and putting a smile on your face, man. Like on the psychological end of it, man, like the more you smile, the better you're going to feel. It's just logic. And the more you frown, the more you're going to feel bad. It's just logic. And we want to feel good, man. We want to create a happy environment. We want to make this place better than what we found it. I'm not an angel. I'm not a saint, man. I've done a lot of bad things when I was growing up, man. But to be honest, like that's what was presented to me. That's what I knew until I opened my eyes and I started questioning things for myself. And I started researching things for myself. And I started going out in the world to see what it's all about, man. And I wasn't stuck in this little box. I wasn't small-minded. I was open. Back then, like, if you mentioned happiness to me, like, I would literally look at you like you're out of your mind. What are you talking about? I'm not Mr. Rogers, and this doesn't exist. But today I look at that different, man. Today I see the world for how beautiful it is and where people's hearts are and what we can actually do as individuals and as a society, man. We need to help grow our communities, man. We need to put forth an effort that's going to change this world. People look at like all of the things wrong in the world, man, and they just seem like they feel like they can't do anything. I'm one person. What could I possibly do? But think about it, man. If 100 million people, if 1 million people thought this way and understood that together we can make change, together we can teach these kids, together we can create this new environment, this place would change so fast. And that's one of my goals, man. That's why I do what I do now. That's why I am JC Limitless, because I want to go out here, man, and give these options to people, man. I want to open their eyes. I want them to see what this is about, man. Excuse me. I want them to understand that, like, we can have these amazing lives, man. Like, if you truly believed that you can have or create whatever you wanted, would you take 1 second off? Would you stop for 1 second and be like, I'm going to do something else rather than creating this amazing experience for myself or my family or my kids or my job or my business or my life in general? You wouldn't take 1 second off if you truly believe that. And I want to be the one to tell you, man, that it is possible. Neuropsychology says it's possible. They've done hundreds of thousands of tests on this. And it's truly possible. We can literally think our way into a better situation because our thoughts fuel our feelings and our feelings fuel our thoughts, and it goes back and forth. And when you feel good, you do good things. When you feel bad, what do? We eat like crap. We think like crap. We talk to people like crap. But when we feel good, we're doing good things like, man, you know what? Maybe I should go for a run today. I feel good. Maybe I should eat something a little lighter today. I've been eating a lot of cheeseburgers. I feel good, and that's what we want to do. We want to cause that ripple. We want to send this across the world, man. We can do this, and it's just gonna be amazing, man. Once we can actually reach out to people, guys. I'm literally like under a year of doing what I do right now, and I've probably got about 40,000 people in my audience across social media and in the world in physical form. I'm going to grow that to a ridiculous number. And I'm going to be the one to go out there and influence them and give them the tools they need and the information they need and how to actually use them so they can start creating their life, what they want. Each day we can write down whatever we want our story to be. Literally, we can write our goals out. We can write down our to-do list. We can have our planners. Planners are great. They fill white space. You want to keep yourself busy and focused on things. It's hard to stay focused when there's a lot of noise, when there's a lot of distractions. Guys, we got planes coming up missing. We got babies screaming and crying. We've got terrorists here. We've got political things happening here. We've got shootings in nightclubs. Guys, I get it. But it's all noise. And the more attention that we give that, the more it's going to exist. Nothing exists until you acknowledge it. Nothing does. It might happen, but the more that we acknowledge it and give attention to it, the stronger it becomes. And that goes for negative and positive. We talked about the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and we were talking about this in my Limitless Mastermind group. And it's amazing to see such amazing people come together and understand what this all means. And we're going to grow that group too as well. But we're talking about definite purpose. It's one thing to say, hey, I got to go outside and cut the grass, man. The grass is getting a little long. And you go outside and you accomplish that goal. That's a small task and it's a small goal, but it's very crucial to building your confidence, because when you get done, you're like, you know what, man, that little weight's off my shoulders and I feel better. But we can take this to a whole nother level. And when you understand, and a lot of people are missing this, and they're wondering why they're having such a hard time in life, and they're wondering why they're not getting the results they want. When you have a definite purpose, a real definite purpose, you get that fire inside, man. You get that feeling inside. You get that tunnel vision. You just lock in now, like, this is what I want. And all of you have had that at some point in your lives. Every one of us. Without a doubt. have had something that they wanted so bad, have had something they wanted so bad that they were able to focus and lock in on it and give that thought combined with that feeling and put that energy out there to go get it. And that's what we need to do. Whatever it is that you want, it doesn't matter. Everybody's idea of success is different. Everybody's idea of success is different. And it doesn't matter what it is. But I guarantee you, it all equals happiness. Whatever makes you happy. Some people, they want money. It'll make them happy. Some people want a family. It'll make them happy. Some people just want to be happy. Some people, there's so many things that people, they just want. You know what I mean? It's all different. You guys might want something different than me. You know, and that's another thing, you know, about money. Like, I mentioned money and I talk about money. And money is not the root of all evil, you guys. Not having money is. Not having information, the education, the tools, and the environment that you want to live in. Not having money. I've seen a lot of people growing up in the streets do some stupid things for money. When you have money, it creates options. And I'm not talking about cars and houses and whatever else. I'm talking about real life. Like, you have food in your home. You have a roof over your head. Your car payments are made. You can live a life of a lot less stress when you have money. You don't like public schools. You can pay for your child to be homeschooled or go to a private school, whichever. Whatever you choose. The options are there. Now, we're so conditioned, growing up, man, that like success and money is like either evil or it's just not obtainable, man. And it's not the truth, man. There's no shortage of anything. There's a shortage of people out there going to get it. That's what there's a shortage of. And we want to change that. That's why we started Limitless, man. And I'm here for this entire world, man. I will help carry the weight of the whole world on my shoulders if I can, man. I'll do anything for anybody. I want to see people happy. I want to see people successful. I want to see people walk the streets without fear. I want to see people sitting in their home, not shaking, biting their nails, wondering if they're going to be able to come up with rent money. I want people to be happy, man. And that's what we need to do. We need to spread all of this information and knowledge to other people so that way they can apply it in their life. If you guys ever find anything valuable, that I'm posting here on any of my social media, please share it with other people. Yes, I'm talking about social media, but go walk over to your mom or your brothers or your sisters or your dad or your friend and say, hey, check out this guy at JC, man. Like, I've been watching some of his stuff and this is pretty cool. Look what he has to say. Share it with people, man. Give it to them. Don't be stingy. Just give it to them, man. I'll never steer you guys wrong. I'll never make you guys do anything crazy. I'm not here, training about sales or training about, how to get rich schemes. I'm training on how to build your mindset so you can go out there and learn how to critically think and learn how to focus, not what to focus on, but how to keep that focus. These essentials to rewire your mind, to be strong in your mind, to deal with your emotions. Your emotions can help you in a lot of different ways in getting what you want. But they can also hurt you if you allow your emotions to make big decisions for you because you feel a certain way about certain people. And it'll hurt you because you're going to make a decision based off of, I don't want them to feel bad, or if I don't do this, they're going to be mad at me. But you got to make the right decisions. That's what gets us the success we want, by making the right decisions. Because when we make those decisions, that's when we get the results that we really need in our lives. All the time, man, it's not going to be what somebody wants to hear or something that is in somebody else's favor, but it's for the greater good. And that's what we need to be able to do. Learn to brand yourself in a way. Go out there and let people know who you are and what you're good at and how can you help them and how can they help you. Barter with people, trade with people, share work between people, get referrals, go make that money, man. Be who you were born to be, man. Be amazing. And don't take no for an answer. We're not conditioned to take whoopings, if you will, in the world, man. If people tell you no, we get our feelings hurt. Man, we're not always going to get a yes, but we're not always going to get a no either, man. And when you get that yes, it's so worth it because now you're adding value. And for those of you that are entrepreneurs, man, this is for you, man. Like, go out there and help people. Don't go out there chasing money. If you're truly helping people, the money's going to come with it. Is your goal to be worth $100 million? Go help 100 million people. That's $1 a person. Go write a book. Teach somebody to be positive. Teach somebody to be organized. Teach somebody whatever it is that you are good at, man, that can help them in their lives. If you help people, your pockets will be full, man. And you know that you don't have to even feel bad about it because you earned it. Like I said, if it's $100 million and you got $1 from each person, man, I know people that'll go to the bar on the weekend and spend $200-$300 on liquor that they'll never see again. Maybe even get a DUI and cost them 10 grand. So go out there and help somebody, man. Everybody's got $1 for you. Go do your thing, man. Enjoy your life, man. Go out there and be amazing. I hope that this message came across, man, and how important it is to present the correct options for people, man. I hope that you understand that, like, you are an influencer. Whether you're a huge guru on social media in real life, or if you're just one of those people that stand back and just are observing. Somebody else is watching you somewhere. You're walking through the mall and some little kid is like, I like that dude's swag, man. I like how he walks. I like how he carries himself. I like how he talks to people. He's very nice. He's considerate. He presents himself well. I like that. And you might be, and that person that he's talking about might be so quiet and not talk to anybody hardly ever. But they're watching you, man. Kids are watching everywhere. There's always somebody watching you. So be aware of yourself. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of your feelings. Be aware of what you're focusing on. Be aware that you need to create goals, man. Write them down. Write your story. That's what you're doing every day. Write your goals 3 times a day. Burn them in your head. We used to do it in school all the time, man, when we were kids, man. Some of you new school guys might not know about it, but, you know, if not, go watch Bart Simpson, man. I say it all the time. Like, what did they used to make us do when we did something wrong, man? They'd make you write it on the chalkboard 50 times or write it in your notebook 100 times. I will not throw spitballs. Why? Because they wanted to burn that in your mind, to brainwash you to not do it again. After I wrote that 100 times, I don't want to do that again. Use it in a positive manner. Use it in a manner where I will help 100 people in the next month. I will be assertive. I will get these sales. I will be successful. Burn those in your mind. Write those down. Create the life that you want, man. Write your story. You're going to write it every day in your book, man, whether you realize it or not. So, guys, I love you guys to death, man. Every one of you. Even the people that are watching this video that have no idea who I am because it's on YouTube, follow me, man. Hit the subscribe button. Get the notifications. I go live Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I love to talk about mindset, motivation, and success. I'm here to make this a limitless world, man. That's what we're about. We're about changing lives, changing our own lives, changing others' lives. It's infectious, man, and it's fun, and it's great to see. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this show. I'm going to go ahead and kill this show. You guys are amazing, man. And I've got much love for you guys, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. So go out there. Be that person, man. Go out there and present options and be aware of like what you're saying and what you're doing and how you're behaving in front of kids because they soak it up, man. It's not a lie. They do. They see it and they want to emulate it. They look up to you and they're going to do what you do because they think you're cool. So you guys have a limitless day, man. Go out there and kill it. And remember, man, we can't be stopped. We won't be stopped. We are the 1%ers. We are limitless. And the only limitations we have are the limitations in our own mind. You guys have an amazing day. I'm JC, and I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. By the way, if you got anything out of this, please go share this out all over your social media for me. Much love, guys.